All right, here's something that has been the top of everybody's mind. The pain at the fuel pump. Prices have increased, and we now link up with Kennedy Muredi, who is seated with National Assembly Majority Leader Eden Duale for a chat on the same, that's a fuel price hikes. Muredi, over to you.
Well, Trevor, there's been a lot of outcry with regards to this matter on fuel and the 16% levy that has actually been imposed on Kenyans, and there has been feedback from many Kenyans, be it members of parliament themselves, who actually on Thursday debated this matter, the finance bill, and put a caveat on the implementation of the 16% value-added tax. This matter has been on the table since 2013. Then it was deferred for 2 years to 2016. In 2016, it was again deferred for 2 years to 2018, 1st September. And when it was 1st September, that is yesterday, it came into effect. This is also with regards to the minister in charge of Treasury, that is Henry Rotich, who said that it had to come into effect because we are looking for money to fund the budget. Today morning, we were with a few members of parliament with regards to that story that Kenyans have just watched on NTV, and they're saying that let us look for other ways. We are joined with Majority Leader Eden Duale to talk on this matter, and the first question to you is, are Kenyans doomed? Are we going to remain with this? Are Kenyans going to cry more over what they're going to be taxed?
I don't want to use the word dooms. You know, doom has the word doomsday, so I don't want to use it. But let me make clarifications. In 2013, the House passed a VAT Act 2013. And in that VAT Act, VAT was introduced on petroleum products, mainly petrol, diesel, jet fuel, and others. But when that was introduced, that law gave a grace period of 2 years, or 3 years. And come 2016, in his highlights, the Minister for National Treasury, Henry Rotich, based on the economic situations then, suspended the coming into force of that law by a further 2 years until 1st of September 2018. And now what has the House done? In 2018 finance bill, which was dealt with last week in the House again suspended the coming into effect of that VAT charge on petroleum products by a further 2 years until 2020. That is the position. But now what happens in Parliament? When a law is passed, for example, the finance bill, the National Assembly legal and legislative teams, you need about 3 weeks to prepare what is called venom for onward transmission to the Attorney General and to the President for assent. So as we prepare this vellum, this law can only be reversed when the President assent into law the 2018 finance bill. Minus that, the law of 2013 suspended for 3 years and then further 2 years by 2016 by the minister, automatically comes into operation on the 1st of September 2018. So the law that exists is the law that was passed in 2013, VAT law, which was passed by the House, suspended for 3 years to 2016, and further in the budget of 2016, the Minister for Finance, then Henry Rotich, suspended it for another 2 years. So then the 2 years are coming to an end 1st of September 2018. And that's why Kenyans must be very, very clear. That is the procedure. Now, the president now is in China. So by the time he comes back, if the vellums are ready and will be presented to him by the Speaker of the National Assembly and the Attorney General, the president still has a number of options. One, sign into law for the suspension to take effect until 2020. Hence, the moment the president signs and it's gazetted and it becomes an act of parliament, then the VAT charge on petroleum products will be suspended until 2020, until the year 2020. But the president can still disagree with parliament by invoking Article 115 of the Constitution on presidential assent and referrals, where he can say, yes, we need to get resources to fund government programs and policies. So until the president is presented with this law, Kenyans have no choice. They have to pay the 16%.
Now, that is very good explanation that you're giving us with regards to the coming in effect of this law that was actually enacted in 2013. But Kenyans outside there are crying that probably Parliament would have done more. Is there a way that this law would actually have been reduced probably from the 16% to a lower figure or done away with completely?
Now, you know, the VAT regime in our country is 16%, is standard. So either you remove VAT on petroleum products the way it was before 2013. The first time VAT products was introduced, the first time VAT was introduced on petroleum products was 2013. So the other option is we stop the story of suspending this VAT. Just remove the VAT on petroleum products that was introduced in the VAT Act in 2013. The House has that powers to do. But I think the horse has bolted. The bill has been considered by the House. Now Kenyans can only appeal to the president. When the bill is presented to him by the Speaker of the National Assembly and the Attorney General of the Republic of Kenya and all of us together for assent, that is the time when the president can. The other option available was the minister to ask for further suspension of that law during his budget policy highlights this year, which he did not do it. And in terms of the budget estimates and policies and raising measures he has presented to House, part of the resources he anticipates to fill in his financing gap is the VAT on petroleum products. Yes.
So then there's the other question that probably begs is the fact that now that you're saying that we could do away with it altogether and probably look for other measures. Today morning we had some members of parliament from ODM and they're proposing that let us do away with that, let us tax the rich more and probably cut down on government expenditure, including reducing the number of foreign trips that we're making. Can we probably do that, or are we time barred by the fact that probably a member will think of bringing another amendment to do away with it and actually compel the government to cut down on some of the expenditure it has?
You know, the problem with the Kenyan politicians is that they are proposing legislative matters in funerals and in church service. When you are a member of parliament, you have the powers to amend, to delete, to create a new law under the constitution powers given to you under legislation, under 93, 94, and 95. So when the House resumes from its long recess in October, any member of parliament is at liberty to propose an amendment to the VAT Act of 2013 and remove it. That's within the power. And if the House agrees with him and the President agrees with him, Those are powers with him. And so members of parliament should not say this thing outside. They should seize the opportunity and the powers given to them by the Constitution.
So far, Kenyans continue to suffer.
So far, Kenyans, as of today, the legal regime of VAT 2013, which was suspended by 3 years by the minister and further 2 years by the minister, is in force from 1st of September 2018. The other option left is if the president, when presented to him the Finance Bill 2018 for assent, to assent it so that the suspension of that law for another 2 years until 2022 comes into effect. Or further, the president has the powers even to disagree that suspension of the further 2 years and use Article 115 of the Constitution to refer it back. And when it's referred back, then the House needs to garner 2/3 majority to disagree with the president. So that is the rule. So Kenyans, as of now, until the bill is presented to the president, you have no choice, but you have to pay VAT on petroleum products based on VAT Act 2013.
Thank you very much. That is a leader of majority in the National Assembly, Aden Duale, who has actually said, as of now, that prerogative lies with the president, as at this particular time, nothing can be changed or nothing can be done until if that bill is taken to the president and the president either returns it to the National Assembly with a memorandum or chooses to agree that it is time that this VAT 16% that has been put on hold since 2013 will actually come into place. For now, the details of this we will be giving you later in our subsequent bulletins. It's back to you, Trevor, in studio.
Thanks, Mredi. I'm sure Kenyans will not be very happy to hear that, but it is what it is. 16% VAT takes effect. You have to pay more, dig deeper into your pockets. Mredi will be giving you another analysis of that entire argument around it and whether the president will save us all or not.